Let's talk about loneliness at sea and why it changes you. No academy, no university will prepare you for the silence. They prepare you for emergencies, for alarms, for procedures, for maintenance, for inspections, but they don't prepare you for the quiet, for the kind of quiet that settles after your watch when everybody's in their cabin, either asleep or alone. Because you can be surrounded by 20 people and still feel completely isolated. Because the sea creates distance in layers. It's the physical distance, thousands of miles from home. It's the emotional distance with missed birthdays, anniversaries, small daily conversations that build intimacy, and time distance. When your family moves forward with their lives and you're kind of suspended in a floating routine of watches and maintenance and schedules. The first contract, it feels adventurous. The second one feels demanding. By the third, you start to understand what absence costs. You watch a blurry video called freeze mid-sentence. You hear about events that after they've already happened, and you learn to say, I'm fine, when you're not. And then the real loneliness begins. Not because you're alone, but because you cannot participate. And it feels heavy at first. You distract yourself with work, with routines, with gym, with scrolling endlessly when internet allows it. But eventually, there are moments when you will sit out on the deck or in your cabin and there is nothing to distract you anymore. It's just your thoughts. And that is where sea life does something powerful. It confronts you with yourself. It puts you face to face with yourself. It's no traffic noise, no social chaos, no constant stimulation. There's just you and the awareness of your own mind. And some people run from it. They numb themselves, they complain constantly, they grow bitter. But if you stay with it, and if you endure the discomfort, something shifts. You begin to understand your own patterns, your triggers, your fears, and your ambitions. You realize which relationships truly matter, which problems on land were actually trivial, which versions of yourself were performative. The sea strips away noise, and in that stripping away, it builds resilience. You become less dependent on external validation. You become more comfortable in silence. You become more deliberate in speech. Loneliness, when faced honestly, becomes discipline of the mind. And when you finally go home after months away after, something will feel different. You hug tighter. You listen more carefully. You value time differently. You are not hardened. You are sharpened. The sea doesn't just test your technical competence. It refines your inner structure.